Hello guys and welcome to our 7th ROS lesson. In this lesson, we're going to see something very important related to the Python installation process. This is not only valid for ROS, but it is valid even for any Python package you develop in your career. Let's start with our last robot that we already implemented in the last lesson. Here I have my workspace with the name Workspace. Inside this folder, I have one important folder with the name src, which contains all the files related to my robot. For instance, let's take our last robot. We have the name of the package. In it, there are some files created by ROS automatically, and if you remember, we put all the parts of the robot inside the folder model, meshes. In meshes, we have all the Caleta files, DAE files, for any robot part. Looking back into the workspace directory, you can find 4 different directories: src, log, build and install. The last 3, log, build, and install, are created every time you run calcon build packages select. For show purposes, I'm going to delete those 3 folders from the workspace directory. So, they are now completely deleted. Please never delete the folder src, since it contains all your source code. I run now in a terminal the command calcon build packages select followed by the name of the package I want to build. As you can see, the 3 deleted folders are created automatically by ROS during the compilation of the package. Very quickly, log contains some important messages information from the compilation process. The build directory contains the files related to the compilation process. The install directory contains the compiled files and some source files. And this is the point that we are going to focus on in this lesson. Our goal now is to understand how the installation process in ROS works. Let's open the setup.py file in our Telema package using your preferred editor. First of all, we import glob and OS. Both lines should be missing in your setup.py file. So we import them now. Now, I comment out those 2 lines. They should not be there as well in your original setup.py file. First of all, note that the file package XML is already mentioned here in this line. This is the reason why you can find this file even in the install directory. Now in the line 15, we add something very important. Literally, we are saying to create a new folder, model meshes, inside our install directory and copy in it all the Caleta files, which are inside the model meshes directory in our package. Share package name model/meshes is our target directory. Blob model/meshes is our source directory, where the Caleta files are stores. We are telling ROS to move those files inside our installation directory. The same must be done now for the robot model URDF file. So, we would write share package_name model, also our target directory. Glob model robot1 URDF, also our source directory, where this file is stored. Let's now build our package by typing calcon build packages select Telema. Let's now look into the install directory, Telema, share and Telema again. The directory model has been created as expected. Inside model, there is the folder meshes containing all the Caleta files. Now, this has very important consequences, because if we open the robot model 1 URDF file in our source directory, then we can replace the Word file through the keyword package and use a local path instead of an absolute path, as we saw in the previous lessons. Now, the path refers to the install directory and no more to the source directory on your system. This is very important, since now your package can be used on other systems without the need to change the absolute path to the Caleta files of your robot. Again, we installed, not copied, but installed our Caleta and URDF files inside the install directory by changing the setup.py file. That means that it doesn't matter how we call our workspace. our ROS program will always be able to find the right files inside the install directory. In the URDF file, I will then change the path to the Kaldata files, using the keyword package instead of file, and I will set a local path to the files. In this case, Tolima model meshes. Okay guys, that's all for this lesson. Remember that for a deep understanding of programming, you need to practice a lot. In the next lesson, we are going to see the launch process in ROS. Thank you very much. Happy programming.